Okay, showtime. Hi, and welcome back to the inside of my head, where I am super stoked to hear about the upcoming 106-page Pacific Rim graphic novel called Pacific Rim Blackout. As you know, I've already reviewed Tales from Year Zero, Tales from the Drift, and Aftermath, and my reviews of Pacific Rim the Black are still some of the most successful on my channel, so you can imagine how totally pumped I am to hear about this. So what do we know about it so far? 1. It's written by the same guy who wrote Aftermath. Cavan Scott has worked for Marvel, DC, IDW, Dark Horse, having previously worked on Star Wars The High Republic, Assassin's Creed, Warhammer Adventures, Attack of the Necron, which he received a Scribe Award for, and loads of other stuff. Check it out. And considering that Aftermath was pretty good, not amazing, but pretty good, I think this is a good sign that he's on board. 2. Blackout is a prequel to Pacific Rim the Black. Now this could be very interesting indeed. The only real background and exposition into the events leading up to the multiple breaches opening up in Australia, causing the PPDC to be overrun, is the show's title sequence, which of course only gives you the briefest overview, with the show choosing to throw you in at the deep end and straight into the action. Hopefully this novel will fill in a lot of those blanks. For example, when we first see Stryker Berserker in the show, it's already severely battle damaged and one of the pilots is dead. So hopefully we get to see how that all happened. Could we possibly see how Boy got into that tank, answering the question of whether he is a kaiju infiltration unit or not? I would still love some further information on the Sisters of the Kaiju. For example, what they're doing with those kaiju eggs that they're buying from Sean.
Yeah, I have a friend who likes to pay boiled eggs up his ass. He can get 4 or 5 up.
Oh my god, what the? Get out of here! There is a ton of other blanks that this novel could potentially fill in for us. 3. Herc Hansen is the main character. This is fucking great news. So as I'm sure you all know, when we first saw this guy, he was the pilot of Stryker Eureka in the original Pacific Rim movie, but he got injured so couldn't accompany his son Chuck into the Battle of the Breach. Chuck and Stacker Pentecost of course blew themselves up to give Gypsy a chance to seal the breach. So of course from this point forward he's going to be carrying the death of his son on his conscience. We also know from Aftermath that he lost his wife in the scissor attack. So if anyone has got reason to hate these lizardy fuckers, it's him. And that he has not only piloted every mark of Jaeger that there has been up till this point, whether that be as a fully blown pilot or as a test pilot, plus that he's got the most kaiju kills out of any pilot to date, makes him a super important character in this universe, and one that we haven't really seen that much of if you think about it. Anyway, after the original Pacific Rim movie, his next screen appearance is in The Black, in the all-new Stryker Berserker, fighting an acid quill while solo piloting. Stryker Berserker is already pretty banged up at this stage, so it succumbs. And I mean, considering that piloting a Jaeger is difficult even with 2 pilots, this guy must have been super hardcore just to be able to last this long. In my Pacific Rim The Black Season 2 Theories vid, I talked about how I can definitely see his return in Season 2. And to find out that he is the main protagonist in this new graphic novel only makes me believe in that theory more. Unless he dies at the end of this novel, which then completely fucking torpedoes my theory, and I hate fucking feeling. Anyway, number 4. New kaiju. From looking at the sample panels that I've seen, there's already 4 new kaiju that I can spot. And if you squint your eyes and look really, really hard, you can see that there's a purple one called Hammerhorn that bears more than a passing resemblance to Copperhead, a horrible red centipede looking one called Frightcaller I think it is, one called Jawhide with an elongated crocodile style mouth, and here we see an awesome looking spider type Cat 3 called Tarantulos. So what happened to these guys? How come they're not in the black? Do they all get killed off at the end of the novel? Is this the point where the precursors move away from their tactic of engineering kaiju with different traits for different jobs to just pumping out acid quill after acid quill? Because you know, it could be that they decide one day that the acid quill is a good enough all-rounder to deal with any task. And you know, the corporate suits have come down from precursor headquarters and said that there needs to be some major reduction in overheads. But we were just finishing the first ever Cat 8. It's either that or redundancy, Steve. What do you prefer? Don't you have 2 kids? What do they want? A Cat 8 to take over some shitty planet full of psychotic apes, or to eat? So when can we get our hands on it? Well, it says that it hits stores in 2022 without specifying exactly when. But given that Netflix usually, and I say usually, releases a second season of a show a year after the first, means that season 2 of The Black will come out in February or March 2022. So I'm guessing that Blackout will come out before then. You can also get your hands on an early copy if you head over to Kickstarter, where they have some pretty cool bundles. You can get the box set full of novels with loads of other cool memorabilia like battle cards, t-shirts, stickers, dog tags, bookmarks, all kinds of stuff. So head over there and check it out. It could be that I'll grab one and do a giveaway when I hit my next milestone, which is 2,000 subscribers. So make sure you get subscribed. And speaking of giveaways, make sure you check out my next video, which is a Godzilla giveaway to celebrate me hitting 1,000 subs. That should be up in a couple of days. Anyway, I am pumped about Pacific Rim Blackout, thanks to a subscriber called Gypsy Danger for the heads up, who's obviously a huge Pacific Rim fan. And let me know what you want to see in the graphic novel. And I have to take my meds, so I will see you very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching and cheerio!